sexies. You already know. You gotta have that good mindset, you know what I mean? Shout out the moon. I love how the moon is just naturally always in the back. It just wants to be in the video, and I'm like, yeah, man, you could be in the video. You already know I hear the coyotes, but it's okay. You know what's cool though about my facial hair? I like how I get it right here. Like, that looks cool. I look cool, you know, I like it. That reminds me, there's this guy that I used to work with. He's cool, but he would always tell me, you're a badass, man. You're a badass. I'm like, thanks, man. So I guess I'm a cool guy, so I appreciate that. If it wasn't for him telling me that, I wouldn't know. I wouldn't. That's just how it is. No, I'm just kidding. I know my worth. But I wasn't always like this. You know, a lot of trauma, a lot of remembering who I am, for sure. And it's actually the point of this video is because all of that started was my childhood, right? And so it had to do with healing my childhood, so that I could finally heal my current version. Because your child is your subconscious, right? It's when you're a kid, you're just making meanings and all that through the subconscious, because we're very connected to our subconscious before the conditions come in when we're a kid. So everything we go through, again, it's the subconscious mind when we're a kid. So if we don't, you know, if we go through a traumatic stuff or whatever when we're growing up, since we're very connected to our subconscious, as we grow up and shift to adulthood, teenagehood, whatever, it's like, if you never have done the work, like all these traumatic experiences, whatever the hell, beliefs, or just whatever you're around, you know, maybe you're around your parents and they never gave you that validation, or they never necessarily told you they loved you as much as they should have, or you would want. But then you see that usually it's something they're passing down, so like their parents did the same and they're subconsciously, right, unconsciously doing that to you. And then so now when you grow up, you kind of search for love elsewhere beside of you. You search for validation through people and whatever because of that wound for growing up, right? In the subconscious. Because growing up, you made a belief in an identity that, well, my parents don't love me, or, you know, I'm not getting my needs met from them, so you kind of develop a belief that you're not good enough, or that you're hard to be loved, right, or validated. So you kind of seek it externally. So when you heal that, big shift, you know what I mean? At first I wanted to say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go on a tangent. I hope you're doing good, you know, always. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'm doing good. If you asked, you probably didn't even ask, but yeah, I'm doing good. As always, I love how the light of the red light reflects on me. I look cool. But yeah, life is good. We're just chilling. You know, we're just coexisting in the Matrix with the homie. We're all just coexisting, right? Again, walking each other home. Brother's just like, yeah. But yeah, see, I like vlogging, and if you saw my last video, I was in my room, right? And I don't know, it's good lighting, but I don't know, I like walking and vlogging, but I don't like the fucking bugs going in my mouth as I'm walking and vlogging. It's like, bro, I'm just trying to vlog. But just, you know, there's only so many fucks you can give. Garage sale, nice. I'm assuming that's no more. After all, it is like 11 p.m. at night. So yeah. Or they're planning for it. I didn't really read it as much as I could have. I think it was this weekend and they didn't take off the sign. Now it's Monday, so yeah. I don't know. Life is too short. We gotta just enjoy it. That's what I'm telling you. You gotta meditate, because when you meditate, you get to the subconscious, which is how you fucking heal your inner child. You know. I mean, think of it this way. How long are you gonna go out about in reality without healing these needs? Don't go long, because it's only gonna hinder you from You being able to allow your fully higher self, real highest version of you to flow through, right? So it's like, what I would say to heal your inner child, one of the most powerful things you can do is really tap in, right? Would ask yourself, look back and ask, what are the unmet needs of my childhood? And, what are these unmet needs? In what ways did I not feel seen or heard or nurtured? We can kind of bring the awareness there, because where awareness goes, energy flows. So healing happens by feeling. So kind of focus on it and feel it. Because you see what happens was, as children, many of us didn't receive, even kind of me, right? We didn't receive the emotional space or safety that we needed. We were told our emotions were too much, maybe, or that we were wrong for feeling, and that we had to basically hide who we were so that we could be accepted or liked or some shit, or so we don't have to cause tension, if you will, which is bullshit. It's not true. But over time, this creates shame. It creates a belief, like I said, that says there's something wrong with me, and there's nothing wrong with you. It's just, again, you made an identity out of it. You thought that it was true for so long, but it's like, nah, you're good, you're stronger than that. So as adults, we carry this energy subconsciously, and we might avoid our feelings, you know what I mean? We're out there busy working and whatever the fuck, right? Adulting, basically, being serious, sometimes too serious, but we're doing shit, And we might avoid our feelings, shut down emotionally, or even we'll believe that we're not allowed to express what's inside, but that's a false illusion. Like I said, you can express. You should. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you stronger, bro. What the fuck? So here's where the healing begins, right? It begins by really reconnecting to that inner child within you. That's in all of us. You got to sit with that part of yourself. Allow whatever you feel to come up, and instead of judging, you know what you're gonna do? You're gonna not give a fuck, because there's only so many fucks that you can give in this reality. Like I said, you're gonna waste your energy. You know what I mean? Instead of judging them or trying to fix whatever's wrong with you, whatever you think's wrong with you, simply witness them from compassion, from observing, right? Not reacting, just reflecting. Because healing doesn't happen through avoidance. It happens through presence. That's how it's always happened. Healing happens when that younger part of you finally feels safe. The real you. When he or she finally feels allowed to feel, and finally has an empathic witness. And the most powerful witness you can give really is your inner child. That you can give your inner child is you. Sorry, I'm stumbling over my thoughts. It's you. And so you gotta just remember this. You're not broken. You're just your inner child. It doesn't need fixing either. It's just that it needs your presence, your love, your awareness, and your permission to fucking finally feel. That's where true healing begins, when you finally feel. Instead of avoiding it for so long. I like how Marley was just sitting there, standing. Yeah. Sorry. I was reading something. Someone texted me about some spiritual shit. Anywho, just fucking meditate, guys. Keep on meditating. The more you do, the more you're only helping yourself, raising your frequency, clearing the mind. Because the more we think, the more we get lost in our thoughts, the more in a cycle we'll be, the more unaware we'll be. Your awareness gets stronger every time you breathe and focus on the breath, the heart. And through doing that, your heart chakra grows, and thus the connection to your third eye grows. All that is in sync. All that is in sync. And when you realize everything's connected, you're not going to it's not going to be hard for you to manifest what you want. Because ultimately what you get, you're going to put out. Or, yeah, exactly. Whatever you put out, you're going to get. Blah, blah, blah. So just, once you heal those versions of you that needed to be seen or validated by finally seeing, feeling, just going within yourself and saying, you know what, no, I am seen, I am felt. I don't ever need anything outside of myself to give me that permission to feel accepted, right? No, hell no. I've been whole and worthy this whole time. And now that I finally see that was an illusion, a lie that I was telling myself, now I can go out there and create the reality I want. And that's what we're doing. You know what I mean? You do it for yourself. You don't do it to be seen. You don't do it to finally be validated or, see, Mom, I told you I could do it. See, Dad? You know what I mean? You may never get that approval or good job, kid. You know what I mean? That you've always wanted as a kid. But that doesn't matter, right? Because you're finally doing what you want to do, and you're doing it out of self-love, not abandonment. So that's the most better feeling you can never feel than getting that, validation from your parents. When most of the time, they're only reacting their own traumatic events as a kid because they didn't heal. They never really tended to their subconscious or inner child. So they never got that acceptance or love. How can they really give that to you, You kind of can't blame them. It's like, I forgive the unconsciousness in you. That's all you can do is forgive and just grow and grow. But hold on, man. Hold on. Anyways, yeah, just the more I really tapped into my subconscious and my inner childhood, I started to see that all these labels and I was never really who my mom perceived me to be. I made so many mistakes in my past life. So it's like when someone can make it's kind of like you fucked up for so long, right? And then someone's like, no, this is who you are. You're not going to change. That's who you are. I know you so well. This is you, right? So they're categorizing you in one version, but it doesn't mean you can't grow that version and heal it. You know what I mean? We're so infinite. So sometimes people will only know the version of you that they knew for so long, So that's why your job isn't to convince or get that validation that you're new and that you are, I know me, you know what I mean? Because yeah, you do know you at the end of the day, but it's just knowing that everyone has a different perception of you. So it doesn't matter how they perceive you. It matters just how you perceive yourself. And if you perceive yourself so good enough, people are going to feel that perception off of you. And it won't even matter how they perceive you because you know your worth. You perceive the truth. You know the truth, which is that you matter, and you're not the past mistakes you made. As long as you're aware, you can do differently. And if all that is now, right, and what you do, and you create your reality by what we're doing, feeling, and thinking, then just don't do the same actions that was bad. You know what I mean? Do good, do new. Do so different and do so good than you used to do that people are going to act like they know you, right? But they're like, whoa, what the hell? Who is this? They're not going to know you. They're really, really going to, like, this whole new version of you is so different that they're really going to have to relearn you, But just tap in, really breathe in, because the more we sit with our awareness and breath and the heart, the more we can allow these emotions that have been suppressed to come up and actually purge out. When you do that, you clear space and allow space for the higher you to come through beyond all that clutter and baggage that we've been holding on to, right? That's when you clean the vessel. That's when you breathe. Whether it's eating better so you can think better and feel better, all of it is connected at the end of the day. Just go within yourself. See what doesn't serve, Let go of how people perceive you. Let go of how your parents perceived you. Know that you are far more deeper and beyond all those perceptions. That isn't you. You don't have to own it. You don't have to take on that identity, believing that it is you because that is what you're told for so long, Hell no. You're whatever you want to be. And whoever you want to be at any given moment. It's you making the conscious decision to shift into that version of you. Do it now. Pick up the remote, change the station, I let go of the version of me that thought I had OCD, Tourette's, ADHD. I saw that I was really beyond all of that label and perception. I made an identity out of that, thinking that I had that, when really I just had an unregulated nervous system, an unregulated chakra flow, kundalini flow. And through awareness and breathing, I was finally able to regulate my nervous system, right? Regulate the chakra, kundalini flow. And through that, brought peace, brought relaxation of my vessel and my body, and origins of my body, and my mind, right? My spirit. Hell yeah. He cruising. Oh, I'd be so sick in a moped. Street bike would be sick, but you know what I mean? And And when you just breathe and breathe and breathe and allow all these emotions to purge out, and you're clearing and healing your vessel and mind and spirit at the same time, you're going to receive the downloads. You're going to allow for the real you to flow through. Really, and a good way to really tap into your inner child is do what you would love to do when you were a kid. Don't let that inner kid down. Don't let your kid self down that had all these dreams. You know what I mean? When I was 9 years old, I would watch YouTubers and shit. And I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. I've always wanted to do this shit. So this is me owning up and kind of tending to myself, my younger inner childhood self. I'm like, I'm not going to let you down, man. You know what I mean? I'm talking to my 9-year-old self, like, who wanted to be a YouTuber. And this is 2009, bro. Like, YouTube was fucking maybe 4 years old at that time. So it's like, maybe like 5 years old, some shit like that. But it was fairly new, right? And it's like, I just always wanted to do it. And now I'm doing it. Now I'm actually putting in the work. So, damn, you're right. I just realized that. I'm proud of myself, right? What the fuck? You know what I mean? By doing that, I'm literally showing my inner child. That's a way of tending to your inner childhood self. That's a way to heal your childhood self. It's by doing what you would always dreamed of when you were a kid. That's like it's like your future self. Imagine you're a kid, right? And then all of a sudden your future self comes in, and your kid's like, you're just there looking at your future self like, well, what the fuck? You're like, I'm you for the future. I'm chasing the dream, man. We're doing the YouTube. And you're sitting there as a kid, like, with this dream, like, really? I thought that's all I want. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, we're doing it. Like, so don't let your inner childhood subconscious down, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Do it all of what you loved. Because if it's something that you've always loved as a kid, especially, is another big reason that is your path. That is, you're supposed to do it. You've always loved it. You've always felt pulled to it. That, like, especially as a kid, that means in this lifetime you're supposed to do that thing. So just keep going, you know. Forgive yourself. Excuse me, I just ate. Even forgiving yourself from things that you've done, you know, either to yourself or others, whatever. Just forgive. But obviously, just do better, do new. Show yourself that you have changed, right? Show yourself that you have definitely awakened and raised your consciousness and awareness, whatever. But again, do it for you, not for the validation and approval of others. Just because you finally have that power, or you've always had the power, but now that you're doing it, you're going to feel so much better. Because you finally have that awareness, that remembrance. So do it. Like, I still skate. You know what I mean? I've always loved skating as a kid. I ride my bike. These are ways to self-love your inner childhood. Never grow up too fast. Never let your inner child die. Literally, when you were a kid, you would always enjoy the moment. Every day's a new day. It is. Again, just society said be serious. And you got too serious. Come on, buddy, let's go this way. I can't do anything I want, huh? No, I'm in charge. Don't worry, we'll walk slow. Oh, I'm trying to skate, speaking of which. He's like yanking, bro. He's like, no, I want to walk further. I'm like, bro, I got shit to do too. But, yeah, every day's a new day. Remember when you were a kid too? You'd be like, not taking life too serious, just going with the flow and having fun with every moment. Do that. Molly, come on. Stop. He's like fucking, like literally trying as hard as he can to not walk. Bro, I got shit to do, buddy. Molly, come on. This motherfucker wants to walk for hours. Anywho, I love you guys. Just, you know what to do. Okay? Alright. Don't be too serious. And chase the dreams, goddammit. I always accidentally press the stop recording button. I'm sorry. But I guess that was basically it. Yeah, just self-love. Have fun. Enjoy the present moment. Do what you've always wanted to do. Don't give up. And have. Oh yeah, did I mention have fun? All right. Namaste, Liddy. Can you say bye, Marley? Oh, he's in a mood because he doesn't want. Bro, next time I'll walk further, buddy. Or we could go longer over there. You know, we don't gotta go down there. All right, I'm sorry. Are we still homies? All right. Later, guys.